to see both of those teams in action today because one way or another we're going to follow the rest of the games in Group C. So Fnatic are going to go through and they'll play the winner of our game that's currently going on right now, which is Alliance versus Liquid. So the winner of this game plays Fnatic and the loser will play VGR in the lower bracket. The winner's game is next, and then we'll follow that with the loser. So we'll get to see both of these two teams that we haven't seen yet, both Fnatic and VGR, and we'll keep you up to date with Group D's games as well. So it's looking like it might be an EG versus LGD. How do you think that's going to match up?
I'm not impressed with the way EG looks right now, actually. I'm super impressed with the way LGD looks.
Yep.
I would take LGD over EG.
Absolutely, yeah. They look better overall, and they just have that resilience that they tend to have all the time. So
the hype is real around LGD, isn't it? Because like sometimes we come to these tournaments, we talk to the players, we talk to some of the staff of all the teams, and they kind of give us a vibe of what's going on. Almost every one of the Chinese players and teams and administrators and captains and everyone else has all been saying LGD is like so scary in practice right now. They're really, really good. And we're all kind of like, how much do you take from that? It's one scene, it's one area, it's online sometimes as well. Don't really have, but they've shown it in that MVP game. They are the real deal here, right?
That was an incredible game. Like just glancing at that one, I'm telling you guys, like go back and watch that LGT MVP game.
We're sold, Fogged. We're gonna go and watch it afterwards. So as we look forward to our third and final game in this particular series, Liquid, little bit of a wobble here because they wouldn't have wanted to make this a hard game at the start of the day. They wanted to cruise through 2-0 and make it 2-0 in the second game and then be in the upper bracket and have a day off and be all calm and collected. They've got a bit of a battle on their hands, Winter.
Yeah, I think going back for more all-roundedness instead of going all out in one core, like what Charlie mentioned, is not a good idea. They have to adjust and go back to what they picked in the first game. Get more cores, more all-roundedness. Not too much all-in against Alliance.
No, quite. I want to talk about the Nature's Prophet as well. Second game, great on Bulldog. It's not unheard of that Liquid would pick it as well. It's actually their most picked hero over the last 3 months. So maybe there's a pull the other way. Maybe they decide that they want the hero.
Perhaps.
Maybe. You know what I want to see happen? I want to see Liquid take away the IO and the Rubik and see what EGM plays.
Really?
So I just want to see what happens, man.
Are Reliance not waiting for that, though? He's got to be able to play 3 heroes, surely.
I mean,
Charlie's like, I don't know.
He's played Rasta.
No, the other hero he might be able to play. Yeah, it was like
he's played Rasta recently.
Probably either Lion or Rasta. He should be able to play one of those two.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that we're sitting here going, he should be able to play Lion or Rasta.
He definitely can, but we know what we're talking about. But how about they go back all the way to where TI3 where they won and they pick the Windrunner support, right?
You know what?
Naga
support.
Completely outside the box. That would be bizarre. Don't think we'll see that.
Just bring it back. Bring it back, guys.
Yeah, just bring it back. Yeah, but it's a really, like what Charlie's bringing up is a huge problem. Like, the guy can only play 2 heroes at a very top level. Obviously, he can play the other heroes, but not at that level. Yeah. You only want to pick heroes that you can play at the top level.
I think there's an interesting strategy. Do you think Liquid
how
would
how
do
is
it?
that possible? Like,
Do you think they would ban both?
I mean, you asked me how that's possible, but how is it possible that Shiki couldn't play Lesh at TI5?
Okay,
things happen.
I'm sold.
That was pretty easy, Winter. You shouldn't be such a pushover like that. I mean, I was just having a look at his most recent played heroes. 181 games on IO. 151 on Rubik.
Let's hear the
next one. All right, what's number 3? What's number 3?
The third is Shadow Demon 68.
Well,
that's a long while.
Yeah,
that's a long time ago.
But it is a long time, like a long time ago. So
what's the next hero?
Wind Ranger.
So what's the Wind Ranger?
Oh no.
Yeah, and then after that it gets a bit silly with Bane, Earthshaker, Treant, Dazzle, Abaddon.
Wait, Earthshaker might work.
Earthshaker could work still.
Earthshaker could work.
Pretty reasonable in this meta. Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, we're speculating, obviously. Liquid aren't going to ban those 2 straight away. That's too expensive for them, surely. That leaves too many things open for other players.
And you say that, and look at the first ban.
And we just take a glance at the draft really quick.
Yeah, draft has begun, so we'll get it on your screen in a moment, and you'll see one of the bans.
Charlie's like, look, I told you. Look, quickly, I got to just point it out before
hey guys, you know what really sucks? Single core Nyx.
Really? That's amazing. I'd never realised that. So yeah, Rubik is banned. The Beastmaster banned as we would have expected from Alliance. So Let's just see. Is this going to be the Wisp?
First pick,
They have first
so-
pick. They might take the Wisp. Not bad.
They
Okay,
will.
so then
ban the
they just
Furion.
promise ban this time round. So we did talk about that, whether they would pick it, whether they would ban it. They're going to get rid of it.
They took the Wisp the first game.
Yep.
Might see it again.
Yep. I don't see why not.
You force EGM out of his comfort zone.
Yep.
Force Alliance out of the comfort zone.
Yeah, if they play with it every single game, it changes the whole dynamic.
And they have picked it first a few times, so
Okay.
there we go.
Yep.
All right,
So
there you go.
Yep.
Good call, Charlie.
I like that Death Prophet ban as
Yeah.
well. That hero's been. Yeah,
I like the fact that
100%.
they've gotten rid of the Rubik and the IO, and they've dealt with Bulldog as well.
Yep.
So that's 3
Plus
pick
the-
bans
Yeah.
very well done.
Quick
already for
adjustments.
There's
Liquid.
still so many good heroes like Doom, Bounty Hunter, Earth Spirit.
Yeah, but
Man,
this
they
is
don't play the heroes.
Not
right?
that, not that they play. That's the key point here.
Me and Winter were talking about this in between games, is that Alliance don't give themselves options. I think Loda is the only person that really plays a variety of
Yep.
heroes on their team. The rest of them sort of have 2 or 3 specialties, and that's about it.
Okay, so we
Yeah.
know where the Bat Rider's going.
Hopefully.
Hopefully not
Right?
on Bulldog's hand.
Hopefully not a Bulldog. Exactly. Took it
Yeah.
out of my. You'd said it right before me. Thank you, Winter. You can do that.
You're so
I'm
mean.
friendly.
He was the
I'm
MVP in
friendly.
Game 2, Winter.
Yeah, but not on Bat Rider.
No, I know. I'm just trying to be,
He needs
trying
to be-
balance the harsh.
He needs
on
to be
here.
on Lone Druid or Weaver this game.
Yeah, they've picked quite a bit of Lone Druid recently as well.
Reserve time.
Weaver would be good versus the IO.
And the Phoenix, they've
Pretty
they've been
much.
going with the Phoenix quite often.
Yeah.
That's one of the newer heroes that they have picked quite a lot.
Fire Brothers as well.
The only
Yeah.
newer hero that they have picked recently, actually. That's the only new hero.
Yeah.
Apart from Phoenix, everything else is the same staple TI3 lineup heroes. that they
Bulldog
use.
has played Doom. in the
very
offlane.
rarely.
Very rarely, but he doesn't. It's not like he has a lot of options, so
Yeah,
it is something that he could do.
He played it at like Epicenter and stuff, but I don't think they did too well with him on it either.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, they haven't been doing that well in general.
True that.
Well, what is available again this time around for Liquid is the IO or Spirit combo that won them game 1.
I don't know. I still see an issue with those two heroes, like in the early game.
They're
'cause
just
of the
really
ro-
sticking to the dark
Yeah.
side.
I mean, Mind Control has been having a really great performances on
Mhm.
that Darkseer. If Liquid had won game 2, I would have given the MVP to Mind Control again.
Yeah, definitely. I love how this is like the story of the offlaners in this series. We saw it yesterday too. It was like the offlaners pretty much controlling the pace of the game and the rhythm.
That's been the story of what, the last almost 3-4 months.
3-4
Yeah.
months, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially with Liquid. Liquid
think
really likes to
The
emphasize
last
on it.
patch, there was a lot of resurgence of the support because of the Chen Enchantress instead of the offlane that much, but they generally do still help the offlane a lot
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
those heroes.
It's you see in a lot of these games when the offlaner gets behind and can't do anything, your team becomes super one-dimensional and you become super defensive. We've gone away from that era where, offlaners get sacked and you're level 1 for like 6 minutes or whatever.
Iron
This-
Talon.
Iron Talon, yeah.
Iron Talon.
The Iron Talon meta. So the Ursa ban.
Yep.
And a puck.
Just to protect the egg.
Yep.
And they do ban the Earth Spirit this time. They don't want to deal with that.
So what do they like here?
Liquid
They,
thinks the Bat Rider is going to be played by Bulldog. They ban out the puck.
so they have Lifestealer Juggernaut. Okay. So
Okay.
move the Juggernaut instead.
Yeah.
Team Liquid's turn to pick.
So Loda is going to be more, even though Juggernaut is more farm intensive, but you still can help your team a lot with the Omni Slash rotations.
You have spells that
Can
enable you to fight early game with the spin,
Mhm.
the Omni Slash, even the healing ward.
Yeah,
It's
Healing
also-
Ward plus Sunray. A lot of heal.
A lot of healing. He's also quite like he's good in the laning phase. Like Phoenix, he's not like the what we said. He's not a self-sufficient. He's not like a super support hero. But Jug can kind of maintain a little bit on his own with the healing ward and spinning if he needs to like push out the wave from the iron shells.
Do you like picking the Queen of Pain this early? I feel like this is a little bit of you're revealing your hand too early. Now you know what the matchup is going to be like, unless they're expecting that Bat Rider is
Yeah,
going to be.
unless that's the case. But then they ban Puck, so that's weird.
That is really
Yeah,
weird.
it is weird, so not sure.
I have a
But
feeling this is the first Queen of Pain on Liquid for some time.
Yeah, I was just taking a glance at that. I've not seen them play it.
but don't they play safe lane Queen as well?
Yes.
They are
That's the one I
they are the
was-
one of a
Yeah,
few
they,
teams that
they
still do
haven't
that.
picked it in either 687 in any form of the patch
Yeah.
or 686.
There's a lot of heal
Wow.
for the Lone Druid Bear right now though. So tasty. Sunray plus the healing ward.
Yeah.
They could opt for that. That's definitely something that we want them to do, especially too.
And
Because
especially
last
when
game.
you have a roaming support like Io, like if he roams a lot and Lone Druid is against 2 heroes, you have a very good chance of getting a lot of farm from the lane.
Charlie, you pointed out at the very beginning of the series that they might well bring out some new things.
Out of Liquid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, I think in a game 3 like this, when you've been pushed to a game 3, it's not. I don't think
really,
you
is
really
it?
want to do
No.
that. You want to do
Unless
something that
you've
you're
been
comfortable.
practicing it hard and you've got really good
Yeah.
belief in it that it's something that works every time for you.
Yeah. Honestly, I think Beck Queen of Pain throws me off.
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
Maybe they've been using it recently. We don't. I mean, we haven't
scrims,
seen them.
yeah.
Yeah,
In
in
scrims and stuff,
scrims,
like,
maybe.
we have
In
to
scrims,
just.
maybe, right.
Yeah. Alliance still definitely needs that. Oh, they did. I guess they had a pause there. Didn't even notice the timer to stop ticking. But Alliance still needs their EGM hero.
And that's the difficulty, right? All the
Yeah.
EGM
Okay.
heroes been taken.
Oh,
No.
no.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
So, Winter,
Really?
do you want to say it?
Mm.
No.
That's a bulldog.
I mean,
It's a
on
Bulldog
bat.
Bat Rider, guys.
The
Bulldog Bat Rider.
lineup is
Yeah.
the lineup is
It's-
okay.
It's a Bulldog Bat Rider.
They're gonna push with healing ward onto a tanky core like a Dragonite.
Mhm.
So it's a very similar reasoning why I suggested the Lone Druid.
Okay, the Lycan's interesting because every time Liquid have played this, in the last 3 months they have won.
Yeah, it's
100%,
a
100% win rate. Yeah, I was
win
gonna.
rate on the Lycan.
Oh man,
very stable Matumba Man hero. I really
Yeah,
really
man.
like the
I
Lycan.
love when I see him play that
Yeah.
hero.
I love that hero in general. It's you scale into the late game, you push down towers, you can fight. Wolves are great at scouting.
You help your lanes
And-
with Howl.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
I
he
think
really does a lot.
Most important for the hero to work very well is the player to understand the timings. Where he's very good at using carries that use the Roshan Ursa, Lycan.
Mhm.
Like he uses his timing to get Roshan very well. He doesn't get caught. Gets all those early Roshan momentum for a team and you push. That's what Liquid want to do as a team.
Yeah, I love the way Liquid plays around like the Lycan, the Lone Druid, and those and like the Furion. They always like like we've been saying a lot of times. They don't really go for all these kills and stuff. They go for like least mistakes and objective gaming. Wherever they can take like a decent fight, and then they can just go down and barrel down some towers or a Roshan.
Yeah. So game 3 doesn't look like they're departing too much from what they know.
So what is EGM gonna play?
We're still searching.
That I don't know. Does
We're still
Alliance
searching.
even know?
I mean, I'm sure
It's going to
that
be a win
It's
range.
Rosta's good. Rosta and Lion. They need some disable.
That's still
Yeah.
Disruptor. I mean, Disruptor is pretty good versus the relocate.
It's really good versus Darkseer in the laning phase as well.
I'm sure he can play the hero. I say that.
Wow.
He says that while
Winter.
wiping his brow. He's like, oh, I just said that.
Yeah, but he's never played the hero at all
Yeah.
recently, so I'm not sure why. But it's a hero that a lot of teams have been going to, apart from Lion and Disruptor. These are the two heroes that most of the teams have been going for in the safe lane as a babysitter. Apart from Alliance, which always only goes for Rubik.
Yeah, I think that Rasta though fits like the general scheme of their lineup and
Yeah,
gives them
push.
like lockdown that they need, some more physical damage which they don't really have a ton of. They have the Juggernaut, but Dragonite isn't really that huge physical damage dealer until later on in the game. So they ban the Abbott. Oh, that's another. Yeah, you were saying that's one of the EGM
actually
heroes.
one of
Oh,
the-
yeah.
Okay.
That is another EGM. I mean, I'm not sure why they're targeting EGM with 3 different hero removals, but okay.
Interesting.
Does
The fear.
It does make him have a bit more thought of what he's going to pick, I guess.
There's still Venge, right? Against the Bat Rider.
Yeah, there's still Venge. For
Yeah,
Liquid.
still
Venge-
Earthshaker in there
It's
as
a
well.
very stable
Venge
support.
Lycan. Yeah. Venge plus Lycan.
Reserved
Fits their
tower.
draft and good versus the Bat.
Jarex. Yeah, Kuroki like exclusively plays the Wisp, so.
Yeah.
Jarex plays a lot of different heroes all over the place, so. Witch Doctor as well as Venge. Even Wyvern sometimes, but don't know if it's the best Wyvern game, but it's not that bad. Taking out the healing ward.
It's okay.
It's okay. Or, okay,
Ooh.
Or you
Is
can
this a
have
support
so
Nyx?
This is a support.
So that's-
It is. It has to be.
it's extremely good versus Phoenix and Bat.
Yeah, but I don't like support Nyx, so I only like Nyx if it's off lane.
Mid
Like
and
he has
off
to
lane.
take a core position.
Mhm.
Support is very difficult to pull it off.
And again, another hero that Liquid haven't really played it once in the last 3 months. So,
Remaining.
not something they're completely familiar with, at least in pro games. I mean, we should just say that because there's been a lot of practice over the last two or 3 days as well. So they would have been playing around with some things, but Charlie says, is this the right time to play it in Game 3 after you've been given a couple of hard games by Alliance? I don't know.
It does look like a much different, not completely different Liquid draft, but some like heroes that we aren't really too comfortable with seeing them.
Evolution here, isn't there?
Yeah.
Not revolution, but definitely some evolution.
We did see Dendi really use that Nyx to
We did, and it was very effective yesterday.
Yeah, against the Phoenix and the Batrider.
Yeah, both of them.
Those two heroes are so afraid of the spike carapace.
Yeah, definitely down with the Phoenix yesterday too. So where do we go for EGM then?
Rasta, Lion,
Earthshaker? They took the Abaddon out, didn't they?
He does play Silencer, right? Yeah, he does, right? Silencer plus...
It's not in his top 15 plays.
He has played it before.
A long time ago.
Like Silencer would be great with the bat, you lasso, and you don't have to worry about the carapace because of global. It could actually fix that issue that you're worried about the carapace.
Silencer.
Wow.
What a great call.
Winter God.
What a great
This is why we always... This is...
Excuse me. Didn't you used to coach Alliance?
2 years ago.
Well,
when they played Silencer actually last.
Yeah, well, Alliance hasn't changed. Alliance hasn't changed in those 2 years, so
we've got exactly the
still
same.
Got it.
Exactly the same. Very quickly, in one word, who's had the better draft, Charlie? Whose do you like most?
I actually like Liquid's draft.
Okay, Winter.
I hate Nick's support, so Alliance.
Okay.
I don't like Nick's support either. I'm going to go Alliance, even though Matu liking.
Okay, we've got some Knicks haters here on the panel. Wonder if we've got any Knicks haters over at the commentary desk. Owen, it's all yours.
Thank you very much, Red Eye. Indeed, here we have it. Game 3 now. Alliance versus Liquid. Very interesting drafts from both sides, as they were talking about in the panel. Maybe Alliance being forced into a corner that, they were trying to, they took a lot of time with that last pick. They do come out with the EGM Silencer. Are you a bigger fan of it as the panel are? I mean, is it the answer to the Nyx Assassin, Ben?
Yeah, EGM plays it a lot.
Yep.
I've seen him get refresher on it. Sometimes he just has some ridiculously farmed games. I think it's the tool that they need to win.
Well, let's see if it is indeed as we get ourselves into Game 3 of Alliance and Liquid.
Alliance versus Team Liquid.
Wow, there we have it indeed. Now, one thing else I want to ask you about, Ben, is the Bulldog Fat. I mean, Winter, you had a bit of a giggle about it. Is it good? Is it bad? How do you rate this man on this hero?
It's better than Swindles' bat.
Oh, wow.
But it is far worse than his Nature's Prophet and Lone Druid.
Okay.
And it's worse than his Clock, worse than his Bounty Hunter. It's...
There we have it. He's only played it once this year as well. They did win the game. He's got a 100% win rate this year. So I don't know why they're flaming him.
You're not scared of the Batrider players that play it once a year, though. You're worried about them that play it every game and that, that is always banned if they don't play it.
Yeah.
But one thing that was a touchy issue is the support Nyx Assassin in this game. So I'm going to see whether or not they start off the Darkseer in the jungle or not. If they start off the Darkseer in the jungle, then the Nyx can get a lot of levels and kind of be a core. So that may be something that Liquid have going for them in this draft.
We'll see her at the moment as well.
Are you a Nyx support hater or a lover?
Well, kind of with the panel on that one, I do prefer to see it in a core role. But at the same time, I guess I get why they get it, for the same reason that the panel was saying, because it is very strong against heroes like the Bat and the Phoenix. If Jarrett's can find the positioning, he could be a right nuisance this game.
Yeah, he needs a Greaves. If he can get a Greaves this game, he can be ridiculously strong.
Yeah.
However, because he's a support, is he going to get a Greaves? Yours is just too slow. You want to be able to Greaves out the silence immediately, then pop Carapace. You ruin Sunray, you ruin Batrider, and he is going to have a difficult job. But if there's one guy that can pull it off, it is Jerax, one of the best support players.
I mean, I guess the question as well being, obviously we're talking about the Nyx, how it's good against the Bat as kind of the game goes on and the Bat looks to initiate. But in terms of the laning stage, on this top lane, the fact that you've got Bulldog causing issues for Matumba Man, and also Ake coming up as well, this is going to be a relatively hard lane for the Lycan to farm in, sure.
Yeah, but it's Matumba Man. He's one of the best Lycans.
That's true. I mean, 100%
I believe it was
win rate.
first banned in the first game. It was first phase ban versus Liquid. And this game, they're like, okay, we're going to change things up a little bit. I think one thing that has also helped support Nyx is the Tome, because sometimes you really struggle to get that level 6. He's just so much more useful. It's given vendetta. Ooh, nice double stun.
Very nice stun in from Jerax, and they are going in heavy onto Bulldog with the bonus howl damage as well. Bulldog, he's got to be careful. He will be just enough space to allow him to get back, but that was close.
Yeah, to doubt the support Nyx, and he almost gets first blood.
Very, very scary indeed. It's just that, as we saw, that just Matuma Man popping the howl, and suddenly these two, you know, the punches add up. You've got to be careful.
Yeah, and he has boots. If he were level 2 at this point, he would have been able to nail that kill with the mana burn. It's really close.
Looks like Kuroki's going to head back over to mid, where actually just behind S4 in terms of the CS, and this was a quad that did have a bit of help from Kuroki straight from the off. So S4 at the moment dealing very well with this mid lane.
He did very well in game 1 of this matchup, so I would expect that he does similarly well in terms of CS. He's one of the more accomplished DK players.
Yeah, and of course, as we see, just this howl being used every time pretty much available, just allowing Liquid to have a great time globally, CSing in every lane. Allowing them to get that good start on the bottom lane. Loader. And a Juggernaut, 15 for 5. He's having a final time as well. EGM seeming to be doing enough to just cause issues here for Mind Control. Make it hard for him to find CS from the lane himself. He's only got 7 so far, so yeah, EGM's doing a great job at the moment creating the space that Loader needs to make sure he has an easy time down here on the safe lane.
Is Mind Control able to get the stack off?
Too late. Yeah.
But he's level 3. Looks like he's going to suicide Newts. I don't really know what his plan is.
Kill me. Oh, no, don't kill me. No, do kill me. No, don't kill me. No, he doesn't want to die? There he does. He's decided on his fate. There we have it. Just waiting for the... Oh, he's waiting for the final bit of God by the looks of it so he can pick up the Ring of Regen as well as the Sage's Mask. NG just getting himself back to base mid lane. They're just being continuously helped out now by Kuroki. But as we were saying earlier, S4 is doing fine in that sense. On the top lane as well, Matuma Man is getting a lot of space. I mean, as you said earlier, this has got to be a bit of a worry for Alliance because they do have this insane win rate. This 100% win rate with the Lycan Liquid. How do you deal with that? I mean, why do you feel Alliance let it through the draft this time? What have they got in their lineup that's going to be an answer to the way that Liquid have been winning with Lycan?
Well, firstly, you don't think about the win rate. that's the first thing you do if you're Liquid. Secondly, they have very good push with the DK and the 2 healing sources, and also great team fight. The one thing that they do slightly lack that the roster pick might have compensated for is the slight lack of disable, but I don't even think that's that big of an issue because they have the Dragon Knight. Dragon Knight is amazing at dealing with the Lycan. He does not have to run when he starts wolfing towards him. Just turn around and stun, and he has a ton of armor to just straight tank him, especially if you have the arm, which is the invoke build these days.
Mid lane. S4 is going to have some backup from EGM. We'll see if they're able to find any kind of action if Fata comes in aggressively.
I don't think so. Kuro's just going to pressure a lot. He's stacking a ton. These camps are right for the taking for Darkseer, and just making his rounds, stacking, checking rune, healing up Fata, and making sure that lane goes swell for old Fata.
At the moment, it seems that in terms of kind of support rotations, no one really here has the potency to catch anyone out for a kill.
EGM's waiting for that same move in game number 1 where they play too aggressively. I don't think Wisp is not the best partner to go in that deep. Earth Spirit, maybe. But Wisp is just more defensive, and you rely on the Queen of Pain to just harass and then get back. And she has Blink this time, unlike the Death Proc. But EGM still being very patient. He is level 5. How did he get level 5 already?
He got a decent amount by the looks of it, maybe just with the pulls down on the bottom lane. Well, mid lane, they're going to try and go in onto Fada. S4 looking for it, but Kuroki's there healing it back up, and this is a hard kill for Alliance to try and get. S4 goes back in, but he needs to be a bit careful. He's got a haste rune. All right, it's fine. He's S4. He's out of there. But nonetheless, we can see just both teams kind of bashing heads in the mid lane, but no one with the power to bring down the opponent.
This is really important for them too. The Lycan is already ditched lane. He ditched it a few minutes ago, and Jerax is up there getting that XP.
Oh, this can he tether him? Ooh! Cam back over. Matuma Man, the Sun Rain, not quite enough. S4 still got a little bit of time left on the haste rune, not going to be long enough. So still, neither side able to break that first blood.
And another benefit of him jungling is he's right there to tether to.
Kuroki's going to be very happy there with it.
Jarex is level 5, so these supports are getting a lot from the side lanes. And little bottle refill heading for S4.
No blood spilled at the moment. And in terms of overall farm on all the lanes, it really is pretty even across the map.
We have big ultimates coming out very soon. The Batrider with Blink, I suppose, maybe a few more minutes, but Nick's level 6, that's going to happen quite early, and the supports, I don't think they'll have enough money for sentries. There's one on Ake, but he's not really in a position. He'll likely sit top until level 6, which is going to be after Jerax makes his first move with Vendetta. And Kuro still needs to probably help in getting level 6, maybe share some XP, those stacks that he stacked for mind control.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, it is all going to be about who makes that first kind of rotation big jump, and as you said, yeah, Vendetta and Bulldog's Blink Dagger. They're the two big kind of timing. Jerax is going to, of course, hit that level 6 first. Bulldog, he's about 2/3 away, a little bit more so. Yeah, okay, so he is, yeah, just a few hundred gold away from that Blink.
But it's been 2 minutes for EGM. He's not really picked up that much experience. They need the global for the first fight, so they can ensure that the lasso will be a big deal. Matama Man scouting out on bottom. He could easily chase down the silencer if he's by his lonesome, and Loda doesn't really pose a threat because he can split the Omni Slash with the Wolves. But Matama Man, he's just farming in the right place at the right time, and everyone's going down bottom.
Yeah, it has been scanned out though by Lance. They dropped the scanning on the sideline, so they know that Matama Man's got backup, and Jerax, in fact, was the man there under the cover of Vendetta.
With an Ion Shell.
So
it's hard to see, but he has it.
Making sure not to come too close into range at the moment. Not want to give away his position. He may just go for this on S4 with the help of Kuroki. They can take down the Dragon Knight. Oh, he's going to miss the stun. Jerax, and S4's fine. He is going to be A-okay. The healing wall's laid down for the timing. S4 just going to walk it off. Sonic Wave, he's not going to do anything. S4's just walking it off. Founders trying to finish off this kill. They will finally bring him down. It's not an easy one, but maybe they can follow it through into more. Ake just wandering around by the tower. He gets dove upon. Liquid take 2. It's a little bit scrappy, a little bit messy, but make it a bit cleaner at the end. Loda, he really wants to come in with an Omni Slash. He really does. He's going to pop it straight onto Kuroki, but now he's found himself in the middle of 4 of them. Jerax unable to catch him out in response with a stun or such.
They knew that gank was coming, but without any sentries, Dragon Knight was almost just died instantaneously, but he had that fancy footwork and dodged that stun. So now they will finally have the Blink Dagger up on Batrider. Just came up. He has enough money for a smoke. Global Silence does come up. Everyone's getting ready for the next big fight. No mana for Global at the moment. But I guess everything is up aside from Omni Slash.
Jerax knows that Loda hasn't got Omni. He may even be able to get this kill. Iron Shell, slowly clearing the Blade Fury. Jerax just tanking it. He does not care. He wants to keep himself closer. Person for the Vendetta. The stun, it's going to miss though. Jerax, unfortunate with that one. Could have maybe got away with the kill as well, as did have the mana burner.
Bet they wish they had relocated at that point.
Yeah, +1 would have done that easily.
The Ion Shell Wolves, the Ion Shell Lycan, the Ion Shell Nyx Assassin. Like, everyone has to be scared, especially the Silencer. And no sentries on Silencer, only 2 on Phoenix. They are smoked up in the mid. It's going to be tough to catch out Queen of Pain during the daytime unless they have the lasso.
Yeah, Bulldog, he's ready to jump, and he's going to look for Kuroki.
That is not your ideal. They are pretty sad that Quap was not there.
Kill nonetheless, and Alliance will try and find at least a tier 1 as well out of this play. But Liquid, see if they do anything in response.
Jerax is coming up. They do have a sentry on the north side, and that is exactly where Jerax is positioned.
But look at Jerax as well. He's aware of it. Look, he did not come in range of it. He goes around the edge, the outskirts of that ward.
They need to kill that sentry ward, or kill that healing ward. And
they've got a Sonic Wave as well, Liquid. They are ready to try and have an attempt at this one. We'll see how long Alliance stick around. And a blink back, Bulldog on the retreat. Let's see if they can catch S4. Jerax eyeing this one up.
I don't think they have enough damage to take down S4. Maybe if the Darkseer were there, Queen of Pain ultimate is up, and she has a haste, but quite tanky, and they would have to fight into Global Silence.
Well, Liquid do manage to defend the tier 1 for the time being, though, forcing back Alliance's advances. I guess a question as well, looking at the build on the crop this game for Fada. He has picked up 2-0 tallies. It's not going to be a Veil first, is it, on the Queen of Pain? I mean, that is something that we don't really see, is it? Or is it just casual 2-0s for the laning phase?
I think it's just for laning phase.
Yeah.
He had that before his bottle.
Yeah.
The thing is, he does.
He's on lane, trying to go in. This Global Silence will come out. Is that going to be enough to save S4? No. This man, he's going to be a dead one, and the Liquid will get away with that. The Global Silence from EGM, by the looks of it, just didn't come out in time before the Relocate was casted. But pretty hard to time, because as soon as the Vendetta comes out, Liquid are already going to be moving in.
And now Liquid have a really big window. DK down, no Global Silence, and Batrider, his first lasso was just not on the right target. Not that he really could have helped it, but they really wanted more from that first lasso, and a lot of the momentum has been slowed down because of that. EGM getting harassed by Wolves.
And here he comes, but Timberman looking to move in for the kill. One jump there to the Silencer, ripping him apart, and now moving on to Ake as well. Bulldog will be there to try and buy some space. Bulldog, he's falling low. The Wolves just end up munching on him as well. It's going to be a second and a third now with the Sonic Wave from Fada. Now looking towards Loader. He's got an Omni Slash, but this time, Jax, he's not missing his stuns. A 4th kill for Liquid. An Alliance just getting split apart there as a team and individually as well by the teeth of Matumbaman.
It seems as if Alliance may not have considered the holistic view of having a silencer on your team. You're great at team fight, but
I mean,
Liquid have not really been team fighting. This is one of the biggest strengths of the Lycan. You talk about his pushing, you talk about the Howl, but the Wolves scouting out this deep area in the Alliance jungle is really where the strength of the hero is right now.
S4 playing around with a bit. He feels confident though with the backup of EGM and Ake. Yeah, Alliance's start to this game now 7 for 2. You look at the net worth as well.
They need more mileage out of Batrider. He has his blink dagger.
Something, yeah. They need Bulldog to pull something off.
It's been 5 minutes. All they've gotten is a Wisp kill.
Yeah. Bulldog certainly needs to do something big. He needs to find these pickoffs. He's been unable to do it at the moment. The way that Liquid are playing, they're playing around it mid lane. Alliance, they really want Liquid to overcommit by the looks of it. They just have these supports constantly sitting behind S4.
They never know where the Lycan is. The Lycan's constantly farming the jungle. They do have the Observer Sentry combination on the bottom, but from Silencer's point of view, I could always get jumped on by wolves, or there's a wolf with an Ion Shield next to me, or there's Matumbaman running at me with a Howl on. And his Global Silence does not do anything versus that.
Here we go. They're going to go for a Smoke Alliance. See if they can catch out the side of Liquid.
Look how slow they're running, though. They're very skeptical about running this hill. This is like a defensive smoke.
Oh, if they can get Matumbaman. If Bulldog can land this one, and he will. Jump straight in. If they can kill this man, they've got 4 being down on 2. Can they actually take it down? They will finally go down here. So they get the big kill onto the Lycan. Now with the Global Silence, can Alliance chase down for more? Otto's able to blink himself out. Kuroki tethers across. So it is just 1 kill, but the big kill nonetheless. They find the Lycan.
That's exactly what they needed from Bulldog.
Yeah, perfect.
Great smoke.
Perfect lasso. I mean,
still, Liquid can do Roche very, very soon. Ideally, they probably want to take down that 1 ward, but having a Aegis on him to deal with this mass ultimate with the Batrider and the lasso and potentially Omni Slash and Supernova. If you can tank those and Lycan's still alive, you're in a really good spot to continue to pressure down their towers. They need to take down this T1 though first.
Look at this as well. This warding now from Alliance is really being stepped up, so they're aware of all of this going on. They've laid down another just in case Jarex comes in.
But there goes your dreams of having a refresher or on the Silencer or a Midas on the Phoenix. Forces dump so much.
Look for more. They get the stun out onto S4, moving forward as well. S4 is being held alive by the Sun Ray. He's going to be fine as well for the time being. Backs off and now Fada in on the front lines, the back lines. There's a beautiful Supernova and Liquid. They can't take it out. They've got to get themselves away. Actually, Matumbaman turns their will. They'll finally be able to take down the Supernova. So the double kill for Matumbaman. 2-for-1 trade. And now Fada jumping in. Maybe he's not done. He's towards Loader. He's towards Bulldog. Healing ward is out, and they will back themselves away, but a 2-for-1 trade just not going to be good enough here for Alliance. They need something bigger than that. Just only finding Jarex as a kill.
So much damage on the side of Liquid. Alliance maybe some damage from the Omni Slash. They didn't have Lasso for that fight. but DK forced to just be very defensive, does not have his armor yet, and he is actually quite poor.
Falling behind, I mean, kind of across the board on all three of the cores. Certainly not as good of a start as Alliance had in the first 2 games. Both games, even the one that they lost, they did have relatively good laning phase. But here they could have been able to crush it a little bit heavier.
What's Queen building with her ulti orb first? That's curious.
What's the plan there?
Lincoln's is
I mean,
very
it's
good
not
versus Bat and DK, but
Yes.
not good versus Global. Scythe is probably too good, I would say. Especially because he does not have a BKB. Scotty is kind of just not an option this early into the game. So I suppose it's going to be a Lincoln's. Lincoln's is also good to dump onto the Lycan, so he can kind of run around freely.
Go crazy.
They do have the last word to take it off. And Omni Slash. Omni Slash is really good at proccing it.
Look at this, some player comparison here. S4 versus Fada so far this game.
Yeah, it's not that great of a matchup for Dragon Knight, to be fair.
Yeah, he's, as you said, he's certainly starting to fall behind.
Yeah, they can't really farm. There's just too many threats. The supports just have to invest so much gold in the sentries, and they are just no surprise at their bottom of the net worth. And on top of that, they have to just feel very scared. They can't do newts safely at all. What if there's a wolf with Ion Shell? What if there's 2 wolves plus Necrobooks coming at me that are hasted? What if there's a Nyx Assassin over here? What if they have vision and they're going to relocate on me with a quap? These are all the things that are running through Alliance's head right now, and the one that can feel safe is Juggernaut because he has spin.
Top lane, look at this, coming in with a relocate, ready to go forward onto S4. Matuma Man getting himself ready in the big bad wolf form, and S4, he's got to run with the stun, the Sonic Wave's there, and there's 2 gone! Just like that, Liquid ripping through 2 of Alliance's cores. And I mean, you've got to be so aware of that as Alliance. You can go for these pushes, but every time there'll be a relocate, there'll be a Nyx Assassin sneaking up. And once he hits a stun on 2 Jarrett, the follow-up's going to be there. And Matuma Man at this point of the game just does so much damage with his ult. And he's level 13. He's starting to scale up the Necrobooks with the Vlads. It really is looking like a very, very scary game for Alliance. And now they're going to lose EGM as well. Mind Control and Kuroki waltz into him in the jungle. Another pick-off for the side. And I mean, Alliance, they really need to kind of just hang back and compose themselves at this point because they are starting to fall apart.
Man, he was like, oh, Lycan and Nyx are top. I'm safe, right? Nope. There's a Ion Shell Darkseer who just blinks in, vacuums you, and kills you. They just, no one can feel safe, no one can farm. They, I would say, have slightly better late game, but
Look
not
at
with
this.
this network.
Look at this, Ben. 18 minutes, Hex on Fada, trying to get the jumping onto load. It won't be enough to actually get them the kill as he is saved by the side. They got the wall for that one as well. So Alliance, very happy to get away with their lives intact. But yeah, this Scyther's Vice rush here from Fada. Why this game? Why is that?
I think it's maybe so they don't have to rely on the Nexus setup with relocate. I thought it was going to be a Lincoln's.
Yeah.
Just because it was more offensive, but they're firmly in the lead and just need to keep getting more and more kills. It's really excellent at dealing with BKBs. It's really excellent at dealing with a spin from the Juggernaut, even like the blink from Batrider, just so they can set up on kills quite cleanly. And if he can like blink and hex the silencer in the fight and they don't have that global available to them, could be in a
Smoke
really
time.
rough find.
Oh, it's been dispelled though. They know someone's there. It is Kuroki. So at the least they can try for an attempt on a kill, and now they'll put the Omni Slash for it. Loader not messing. If they find themselves another Fada, he has been caught out by the lasso. Can they finish off the quad? No, they can't. And now we're going to see a buyback for Kuroki, wanting to get back in and help out the team. 2 dead now in Alliance. It's going to be a third as Matuma Man chases down, and Bulldog up to the north, taken down as well. A 4th kill again for Liquid. My goodness, this is... Yep, if you're Alliance, you need... I don't know what you need, Ben, but it's...
You need a Bulldog Aegis Prophet. That's what you need.
I know. It's... Winter, he did claim the Bulldog bat. I mean, to be fair on him, he's not had a bad game. He's just not... He's not had a game where he's been able to find constant pick-off after pick-off, but it's not really down to the way he's playing. It's just down to the way that Liquid, they seem to be dealing very well with the heroes that Alliance have got and keeping together as a team, making it hard for Alliance to find these smokes and successful picks. I mean, they've got Kuroki twice, but that's about it.
Kuroki has been playing amazingly well too. His game sense, the 2 times that he's died, I would say are actually both his best plays. not slowing down the Queen of Pain due to the Batrider blink and popping that 5-man smoke, buying back, relocating in, and ensuring that his team wins the team fight. He doesn't have boots. He gave away a little bit of int, but in the grand scheme of things, they are owning.
They really, really are. Some big, big kind of just number differences between the two sides now, as we can see overall 12k net worth swing favoring the side of Liquid.
Look at how Alliance are playing. They're just standing right on top of this. They don't know where Liquid are, but they're just hoping that someone gets careless, like a Nyx Assassin, and runs into them.
Well, I mean, the Nyx Assassin, he's top, and with the help of Fada, he is killing S4. I mean, they'll try and capitalize that. I mean, yeah, Kuroki, they've shown him a couple of times. They might be able to show him again. No, not yet. Okay. Well done, guys. You killed Kuroki. The Kuroki hate is real here from Alliance. Now, Alliance, they will be punished for this by the looks of it. They'll pop the Supernova. Jared's going to come in, but no, they're still going to be able to kill this Exo. This is going to be nice in the sense that they may kill off the Nyx Assassin. No, there's your Spike Carapace. JK, Jared survives, Ake won't, and now Fada jumps back in. And with Matumba Man, they end up cleaning up the rest of them on this top lane. It really does feel like Kuroki, he's essentially, he's the YOLO boy. He goes in on the front lines. It doesn't matter if he dies. At the end of the day, that's all part of the team fight plan here for Liquid.
And the Nyx Assassin Carapace, it is max at this point. He stopped a Sunray and a Carapace, and then he was there for round 2 with the Carapace. So support Nyx definitely working out for Liquid this time.
I mean, if you look at kind of going in from the beginning of this one, there's the comparison here between Loader and Matumba Man. I've seen Matumba 819, a huge amount of kill involved, but 17 of the 19 kills he's been there for. Of course, the GPM, XPM as well has shown that he is far, far ahead. And of course, Fada's performance is one in the quad worth noting. 8-0-5. They haven't been able to kill this Queen of Pain once this game, Alliance.
So what does Alliance have going for this?
I mean, that is the question. I mean, you look to this one, at this point, oh, they might kill Kuroki. Oh no, this time they won't even get Kuroki. Oh, the load, why are you?
Jarek's spam thing, he's probably laughing right now.
Yeah, I think he is definitely laughing right now.
Poor Alliance. They're just so desperate for any sort of kills, going to pretty big ultimates on poor old Illusion.
I mean, yeah.
So what do they have going for them, Owen?
Yes.
What do they have going for them?
Maybe that was just for the mind game, so it was like, yeah, that's going to be you next time, buddy. But that part is just... Oh, goodbye, Loader. Goodbye. I don't know, at this point, I mean, this is, you know, Alliance did take a game this series, so good job there, but at this point, this is pretty much how we expected the matchup to be in terms of kind of tournaments before this one and the way that Liquid's been playing. Now, EGM, he's going to be told to shut up himself. He's not shutting up anyone for the next 30 seconds, dying with the ultimate available. At this point, Liquid just outclassing Alliance by a country mile. I mean, is this, how far is this down to the execution, or how far is this down to the drafting?
A lot of it is giving Liquid Lycan.
Yep.
They played amazingly well around the Lycan this game as opposed to the Lifestealer in the prior game, and this is more what I expected. They felt a lot more confident. I guess a lot of it is because they didn't have good vision in the first 2 games, but this game they have a lot of scouting with the Wolves.
Maybe this is the turnaround, Ben. Global silence coming through. Loader looking to Matumba Man. They'll take him down, but he's got an Aegis. EGM on the sidelines being chased, and the silence is gone. Can they kill this man a second time? Let's see. Let's go. Go on, hit him. Nope. Nope. He'll turn around and he'll hit you. The Hex onto S4. Loader with the Blade Fury. Trying to look for Matumba Man. Track and tells. Oh, the back of the stun. The walls gets chopped down. And there's 3 dead, 4 dead. Only S4 surviving. He gets chased down as well. He can't omelet toggle his way out from this one. And Alliance all hitting the deck. Liquid, absolutely brutal this game. Absolutely just no mercy, no chill here from the boys. Then GG is cool. I mean, Team Liquid, this match, this was, as you said, I mean, like 100% win rate. It stays that way. I don't think you let Liquid have the like, unless you've got a great plan. And the plan just didn't come into place there for Alliance.
And it begs the question, should Admiral Bulldog be on a tempo controller? Not that he's that bad of a bat rider, it's just the team doesn't seem to play that well around it. And Loda gets his farm, but they've lost all map control by the time he gets his first big item. And you have Lycan on the other hand, once he gets his Vlads, everyone's just owning. He's on and beyond godlike Streak Fighter, has his scythe, and everything just fell into place for Liquid.
It really did, and everything fell on top of Alliance that game. I mean, Lycan 12-1-13, Matumba Man. I mean, as you said, I'm sure there was points of that game where Liquid were just smiling.
The Darkseer was a big deal too.
Mind control, yeah. And Jerix as well. You know, on the Nyx Assassin, the panel kind of questioned it. Support Nyx Assassin, it really did work out there. You know, the setups for kind of the relocates, just the intel that Jerix was getting as well. I mean, at the start, yeah, he missed like a couple of stuns, but after that, he was hitting 2-3 people each and every time. And the setup was there for Fodder to follow up with the Sonic Waves. And well, Liquid certainly bring the level that we expected them to bring to this major. That is a very convincing performance there from the side. And well, that's it from me and Ben. We'll head you back over to the panel to see what Red and the boys had to say about that as Liquid clean up 2-1 against Alliance.
Indeed they do. They do clean up. Nicely done. Thank you very much, OD Pixel and Malini at the commentary desk. We'll be refreshing our commentary desk, of course, for game number 2, or series number 2 very shortly. But let's break down our final game of the series in match number 1. Charlie, a much better response from Liquid, and one we perhaps didn't anticipate, considering that they put the Queen of Pain and the Nyx Assassin on the support in that game.
Yeah, that was a little off base, but, you know, Matumba Man Lycan is a staple. And when in doubt, when you need a win, that's their go-to.
Yeah, 7 out of 7 now from Lycan picks over the last 3 months. They've picked him, they've won every game.
I think it's definitely one of the best, I don't want to say the best safe lane carry this patch, but definitely up there.
Yeah.
Definitely up there.
He makes it look like it is. That's for damn sure.
I also want to talk about the Jax Nyx as well, because we've had quite a bit of criticism for this Nyx in the support role. Same as
those
Center
two
as well.
Those two did.
These two in particular, but also pretty much every analyst I've spoken to is like, not convinced by it, not really. Actually, is that the first time we've seen it where it's actually seemingly worked? Black came over and he was like, do you know what? Jerax right now, probably the best 4 player in the whole of the West. Can play pretty much anything and has now proved Nyx can work.
I think the Lycan sort of made the Nyx work very well, because I think when you draft a support Nyx, levels is his problem. Right. So you needed a safe lane that can actually go jungle, so you leave the lane. That's what happened. That's why he was so quick on his level 6, and he was able to do gangs early because of that. If you don't have a safe laner that can go jungle, that doesn't happen that quick.
Okay.
Yep.
Fog?
That's pretty much like the gist of it. Like, that's pretty much what you want to do when you have a support that struggles to find his levels, especially one like Nyx, because he can't move. He can't move at all. Like, the stun is very short range. It's very hard to land because it's not targetable at all. And if you have that position where you have either a hero that can go jungle or a hero that can go and cause like some havoc across on the other side of the map, and you leave the Nyx for levels, it pretty much becomes not really a support at that point.
And Matumba Man having yet another great game, Charlie. You highlighted him at the start of the series, picked him out as potentially the MVP for the whole thing. Delivered.
Yeah, he did. This goes back again to Liquid wanting to make Matumba Man the star. They want to make other teams fear him.
Yeah.
They want to, because when you fear a player like that, when you go into a draft and you think, oh man, I got to deal with Sumail or I got to deal with Miracle, it's just another burden, another thing to think about that the enemy team has to deal with, and that's what Liquid wants.
Yeah. For Alliance, the issue is the same. This system really doesn't feel like it fits them. Like, putting Bulldog on the tempo control just doesn't feel fluid for their team movement. It really doesn't. They have to put him on a farming hero.
Yeah, you were mentioning that even before they drafted the Firan in the last game. You were like, they need to put Slardar on Loda and they need to pick another carry, and it worked for them perfectly. And then obviously you see this one, they drift away from it, and you can kind of see what happened. Even though Liquid did play incredibly well in this game.
Let's talk a little bit about Alliance as well. Not the outcome they would have hoped for on EGM's birthday. But nevertheless, they've got more to play for throughout this group, because now they've put up a good fight against Liquid. That's probably going to be their toughest game, Charlie.
Yeah, and you know, if you think about it, if that first game had gone a little differently, Alliance could have 2-0'd Liquid.
Yeah.
Just a little mistake at a Roshan fight cost them that series.
Yeah, indeed. What do you think of their chances in the group now? Has it improved? Do you feel more confident that they might get out of this group in the top 2 spots?
I don't think so. Fnatic look really, really good. I would still take Liquid and Fnatic to be the top 2 spots here. Okay. And I think even VGR could give Alliance, you know, a pretty good fight.
We're going to have Fnatic Liquid next in our winners game. And presumably you fancy Liquid will take that when Fnatic drop back down. Does that give Alliance a better chance if they can come back through and play Fnatic, or do you think Alliance would quite like another crack at Liquid if Fnatic do it the other way around? What do you think Alliance would be preferring?
Honestly, I don't think Alliance's chances are great against
Really?
other teams.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree as well. And I think
Don't
that
think like the best of 3 they've just had and gaining all that information and understanding the different drafts and the way that they've played and what works for them and what works for Liquid, you don't think that's going to help them if they play again?
I guess maybe versus Alliance it might help a little, but it did seem like Alliance was...
If they're willing to change their playstyle, it will help. But if you watch something and you don't change and you don't adjust anything of your own, then what does it do to help you?
Could you not argue
That's a
they
good
did
point.
change their playstyle though and it didn't work, and the second game was actually their playstyle and it worked?
And then they switch again
They switched
for
again.
some reason.
Yeah,
Stick to their guns.
They have to stick to like
they have to stick
bulldog.
to what they know.
Yeah, bulldog
to what they
farming.
And the problem here is they don't have very many guns.
Yeah.
They have that one system that works, and then beyond that, nothing else.
Yeah, I was going to bring this up before the draft, but we didn't get a chance to. You were saying lack of guns, as we do confirm the MVP for the match is Matumba Man. We were talking about EGM and how few heroes he played. And Nox kindly has given me the list in this patch and the last patch. And Rubik and I are obviously way out ahead of anything else. Okay, his third most picked hero in 2016 is Jakiro.
Okay.
Oh, that is one that they've been picking.
Yes.
Yeah,
And I totally missed the opportunity to bring it up because I knew that it was going to get played today, or I thought it was going to get played today.
you love that
And
hero.
I do, and he's one of those guys that has picked it. So, who knew?
It would have been another Fire Brother in that game too.
Would have been 3 in the same team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think
Missed
that would.
opportunity.
I don't know if it would have done it.
I know, we can speculate and have a bit of fun that might have been cool, but it probably wouldn't have been very good.
I know we've been talking a lot about his hero pool, but I think the system that they use is I think that's
You think that's more critical?
absolutely
Yeah,
is.
I'm not trying to blame one player. I'm just saying
Yeah.
we were talking about the lack of hero pool, and that contributes to their lack of range, if you like. But it's also it's the play style, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the other system that could be useful for them is the Chen one. The one where they are very aggressive early. They try to gank, get 1 or 2 ganks off early game, and then push towers.
That's what they were running that won them Star Ladder, and it was very effective then I think Chen has fallen out of favor a lot just because of you have those 4 position heroes that get into the jungle and can really mess up a jungling Chen. And the argument is, if you're going to jungle Chen, why don't you pick a greedy 4 that's better, like a Beastmaster or a Doom or even an Enigma?
Okay. Final thoughts on Liquid Fog. Do you still like the look of them? Still think they're the number 1 seed? Did enough to impress you?
Yes, but watching that Fnatic game was actually quite impressive. They looked very good, but I would say that Vici also kind of underperformed from what we expected.
Okay. Winter?
I think Liquid looked a little shaky in the first game, but if they continue improving, they'll be scary.
Okay.
I agree. I think Liquid probably underperformed to our expectations. I think we didn't expect to see Alliance give Liquid such a fight, and I think they're not going to be as happy with how that series went, and they're going to go back and look at the little mistakes they made and really try and shore up their game.
Yeah. Okay. Let's take a look at Group D as well, because the other group has been going on right now, and Evil Geniuses did come through in the end. Winning 2-1 over Mineski. Mineski taking a game off the TI5 champions, and MVP crushed by LGD after being massively ahead in game 2 with a 30,000 gold swing in favour of LGD as they got tenaciously tinkered in game 2.
That's very cute.
It's very cute.
That's very cute.
Usually
I don't think Charlie Yang has ever called me cute in his entire life. I'll take it.
usually we say
You should be a little afraid, I think.
usually we say
I
a team
probably
got
should be
huskered.
afraid.
We usually say a team got huskered. I never
Yeah, I think you would, wouldn't you?
tinkered.
We say they got brood mothered. They got tinkered. They definitely got tinkered in that game.
Yeah. High ground defense.
Indeed. Yeah. So those two will be playing off in Group D's winners game. And the other two, Mineski and MVP, will be playing in the lower one. We're going to get some more thoughts from you as we close up the segment. But first of all, let's head downstairs because Sir Action Slacks has found his man. He's the Matumba Man.
Hey, this is Slacks here with the one and only Matumba Man. Woo! What a series! How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. It was hard. 3 games. Thought I only need 2, but I I was feeding with no life stealer. 4 deaths first 10 minutes. My team was like, okay, Matumba. It happens. It happens.
It happens, man. It's no big deal. But, hey, you came through, you pulled through, and you won it anyway. Now, I had some questions for you. Relax. You used to be considered, along with Liquid, underdogs at every event that you guys went to. But now after Epicenter and after this, you're considered probably the best team in the world. Do you feel any different, or is it all the same old Matumba?
I mean, I feel the same. But as a team, we tried to change too much to be prepared for the games. Like, we had these same heroes we used all the time, won every game, but then we tried to change, didn't work out. And we weren't that confident coming into the group stage, but I think we're going to roll through it right now.
Oh, yeah. Well, those changes seem to have been working out a little bit, but, you're keeping with it. So, talking about heroes that you picked, Game 1, you were a Spectre, and it was not looking good until you got that Aegis snatch, which turned the entire game around. Were you planning on doing that, or did it just kind of happen?
I mean, it happened. I mean, I was super slow. I was dropping my TP, taking the Aegis. I think Alliance fucked up, but I'm just saying they fucked up. I was also dropping the TP, but I was lucky. It was lucky.
Oh, gracious. Okay, here we go. So another question for you. Let's talk about Game 2. You played one heck of a Lycan. Game 3, excuse me. One heck of a Lycan in Game 3. Thank you. And I think that you're one of the best Lycans in the world. Do you think so as well, or is there somebody else that you kind of take pointers from?
I mean, I'm almost the only player playing Lauren right now, so I think I'm the best, but I look up to Arteezy. But he's playing mid, so he can't play Lycan anymore because it's not that good mid. So, but I learned a lot from him because he's pretty efficient.
Who doesn't look up to Arteezy, man? I mean,
I do.
I do as well. All right, so let's get a little personal, man. How's your personal life? Have you found a Matumba woman yet, or a Matumba people, or how's that going? Is Dota still your only true love?
I mean, it is. I do have a girlfriend, but yeah.
Do you call her the Matumba woman?
What?
I guess that's a no, huh? All right, last question for you. Now, every time we've done an interview, you've been so calm, collected, nice, relaxed. Some would say aloof. I want to know what makes you passionate. What makes Matumba mad? What makes him happy? Tell me, what do you want to talk about, Matumba man?
I mean, I'm always happy when I play the Doggyman, Lycan. I feel so happy. I just run in there, spank them. Oh, that's the best feeling in the world. You just ult with Lycan, run into them, and just.
Well, surprisingly sexual answer, but thank you, Matumba man. What a heck of a game, and we'll see some more of Liquid coming out for sure. But for right now, we'll take a little bit break. Thanks for watching the Manila Major. See you soon.